Hey guys, we're making a little progress. We got the heads torqued with the new head gaskets. We had a noise in the pan, and we took it down to check out what it was. We thought it was the rotating assembly, which it's not. You think the when it's rotating back around, it's echoing off the pan being it's empty. It all looks really good together. Now we're gonna put the rockers on. The new T&D shaft mount rockers, thanks to HRE racing engines. Got the shaft mounts torqued.
Those are fucking torqued.
Now we put on the new lash caps, putting the push rods in, putting the new rockers on. Pretty stuff right there. Last night we had a problem. There's little. See if this focus. No, come on. Anyway, there's little shims that go in between the mount here and the head, and one of those dropped down into there when I was Loctiting them, and when I was putting this rocker on, it was pushing down and it was locked up, and we didn't find that until a little later, which we got it all fixed. It's all good now. Got the intake on, pretty excited. It's not the world's biggest motor, but excited to see what she does. Plus got our starter on. Gonna put the headers on here shortly. And we got some other stuff to wrap up, but pretty excited. We also got to put the water pump on. It's like a motor again. Put the headers on just now. Well, that didn't take too long for a problem to occur. When we were putting fuel into the carburetor, we noticed a leak in the fuel pump, which, as you could see, we already had found it. Right here, it was leaking. So, gonna do a little bit of reading and see what we can come up with. We are gonna try and go to Showtime this Friday night. They have a bracket race that we're gonna go test at. But typical race car, more money. The fuel pump now leaks, which we could buy a new gasket set for it, which I didn't know with these Magna fuel pumps that if you let them set, the gaskets would shrink up, and we.
You mean shrinkage?
Yes. Significant shrinkage.
Tried to let it run to get the gaskets to swell up with fuel in it, but it wasn't working. So might as well just go buy a new set of gaskets and just alleviate that problem. And we're also going to fire it, but would rather wait so we don't, have anything don't happen, no fire or anything, just to be safe than sorry. We just put water in the block, all good there, no leaks or anything. Was our lucky day. The speed shop had the gaskets we was looking for. I ain't got to wait 2 to 3 days to get them. Gonna take it apart and replace the sweep seal here. Well, this little gasket was the one that was giving us some trouble. Actually fairly easy to take this apart and rebuild it. All you have to do is take the motor off, and then, even though I kind of almost screwed that up, and then there's this piece you gotta take out of there with this gasket, as well as these. These have little fins on there that you want to keep together. They go on here in the bottom. That's why that gasket goes right into here. When you put this piece in here that looks like a hockey puck, what you want to do is there's a little slot right there. Should line up with that. Should just slide down right in there. I had it before, just a second ago. Apparently it doesn't want to be corrupted. There we go. Then there's a gasket that looks like this. All you want to do, just match them up. This is the old gasket. Probably be fine, but always good to put a new one in there. Put them in the front. Oh, not somewhere. Oh, damn. This is kind of hard to do with one hand. Get in there. I think we're good. And then, oh, damn it. And there's this piece. Alright, what you want to do? This fins. Pretty sure I got this right. Sorry if the camera was off. There's. Then the motor thing will go down to there. I should probably put the motor back on before I'm gonna show you guys. Then there's this foam piece that you want to put in there. It's really hard to not mess up. Pretty self-explanatory. Day 7, 98. There's idiot neighbors outside. Frustrated, I'm pissed off. Finally got this thing to work after like 4 hours. I took the cap off. I took the cap off on accident when I was pulling the motor out, and these magnets fell out, and it just pissed me off. Well, ran into another problem. Looks like we gotta buy a set of valve covers now. These fab ones we got won't fit over the rockers, so there's this lip right here. There's quite a bit of room where we cut. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut right there and cut that lip off. This is what I was talking about when I said we cut it. Thinking it should work, at least for a startup, at least. But the good thing it's on the top here. That's it's one of the good things about it though, because if it's not down at the bottom where it will leak, and we'll just cut the valve cover gasket to fit. It's small right there, but. We figured out 2 of the 3 dead cylinders. We found out that our cam is a 4 and 7 swap cam, which is really weird because it didn't show it on the cam card, which I guess we know now. We're gonna do a compression check on hole number 1, which is the hole that's still dead. So we did a compression check on cylinder 1, on the cylinder that is dead, and it has good compression and it's holding it, so we'll go from there. At least we know it's not compression now. Checking the valves when they're hot, after we just ran the car and got it up to temperature. We also, no one plug looks like it was running. It looks like all the others now. Well, we adjusted the valve for the final time. We also took the carburetor off. We found a vacuum leak. Here's here's the gasket. We replaced the gaskets. Luckily, we had a couple spares in the toolbox. You see there. So that should fix with it being at least a little bit more responsive. I also picked up a fan. Pretty exciting, you know what I mean. Well, I promise these videos won't be this boring of me just talking like this. I think we got the dead hole fixed. It seems to be firing, so which is pretty good news. Hopefully in the next video we will be at the racetrack if all the stars align. We also got a set of racing radios, which should be pretty cool to use the first time. Don't forget to check out 5 Day Plantation shutters and HRE racing engines. The link is in the description, and thank you guys for watching.